Hi guys, welcome back to part 5 of this kind of mini series of an installation / sculpture that I'm planning to do. It's basically part 1 all the way up to part 4 is basically me making the little sculptures, discussing about how the sculptures can be made and what I'm doing basically. So I had these little 3. These were, I think I made 18 in total, and I've saved these last 3 just for you to watch. Because I'm that nice. I have had some trouble with some other bits of sculptures. Some of them didn't work out as well, so I had to redo them. Last part of this sculpture kind of installation artwork is to unfold these, then start playing around with them in the garden in terms of composition and kind of working out which ones need to be readjusted, if I need to break some more, if I need to make some more, etc, etc. But I'm going to leave that for a different video. And we're just going to focus on opening these 3 because I find it quite interesting just to watch someone open little boxes and things. It's just a nice realisation. So just to remind you, I had about 18 of these different sizes. There was longer ones, shorter ones, which are these, with either completely plain plaster or had a stick or piece of wood cast in them. So when I take this out the box, the marks will be there once I remove the wood. So instead of explaining this, I'm just going to show you. So this is just a solid cardboard one. I've found as well, just quickly, that these have been left for quite a while. I think it's been about 3-4 weeks since I've last done it, because I've been away basically. Actually taking these out of the boxes when they've been left for so long, I don't know if it's easier or harder. It's easier that the marks aren't going to be changed because they're not as soft as waiting a day, but it's harder to get the pieces of wood out, I find. But that's just a little something if you want to know. So the sizes of these boxes were 5x5 centimeters. Obviously they will warp and change because it's only cardboard that is keeping them in shape, which is fine by me because it's still got the dimensions of a 5x5. It might just slightly alter to 6x4 or 3x7. It can alter just because of the water that you put in the plaster to make it into a chemical reaction, which is what you have here. So yeah, I previously mentioned I have been away. I've been to Glastonbury, and then I went away to Mexico within 2 days of coming back. So that was a lot of fun. I was very, very, very jet lagged for a week, so I had to take a week off. My stomach was not great. I had headaches every single day, etc, etc. But I'll leave that in once I'm taking this out. So yeah. Pretty much it. There you go, that's a solid form of the 5x5. Obviously this is not 5x5, I feel like it's 5x4 and a bit ish. Sometimes it does happen. I was making these on a slope. It's not the worst thing in the world to happen, but they still have quite some interesting marks. I can set up any direction really, even like that. So yeah, that's the first one. Very quick and easy to sort out. And then there's these 2. These were 5x10 roughly. They're both meant to be 5x10, but obviously if you put them right by side each other, there's like a bit of space missing. So that's, again, it's fine because it's only a rough estimate. You may find that when I do make art, I'm like, oh, I'll just roughly guess it. I'm not really precise about any of the measurements. Like, it can be roughly, I want it to be roughly a size. But if it goes, like I said, slightly too big or slightly too small, I'm not really too fussed. That's it. Oh, I am also filming this about 7-8 o'clock at night, so the lighting might not be great, but I need to film this now because otherwise I will forget about it, and I need to crack on with these sculptures. see these little bits? This is where like the plaster's gone in between the cardboard. I find them quite interesting actually. Ooh. Okay, this could go terribly wrong. I have had another one that was cast like this and I pulled it out, and I literally pulled it out and half of it stayed in the plaster, so it should be interesting. And it's gonna do the same. That's annoying, isn't it? So what I would actually do with this is that I'll just probably crack away this part by like hitting a little bit of a hammer around here. It just kind of loosens it up because obviously there's not as much plaster this side than is this side. It's completely fine, it'll eventually get there, but obviously I will not be using that wood type again. So hopefully this next one will be a lot easier to remove since it's a physical stick, unless it's really rotten and doesn't want to do anything at all. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to leave them down in the comments section. I like questions. I feel like sometimes I do leave things out of my videos just because it's in my head and I just forget to mention it sometimes. Even if it's like the really obvious things like, where'd you get your plaster? Amazon. How much was your plaster? For a 5 kilo bag it was about £11, which is pretty good, even though the plaster isn't the best quality in the world, but it is plaster quality. Okay, so we have a stick and like that, very easily to break out. I would have liked it to have moulded in a bit more, but you can see by the little marks that have been left, they've got these really like crimply bits around here. So it's definitely, I've also got a bit of cardboard. I'll leave that cardboard for later. So yeah, you can see all the little marks, and this is really why I liked the kind of formation of it. I would have liked it to have, I don't want to say destroyed the area a bit more, but like influenced it a bit. Like I just feel like it's been stuck in there and that's it. But this is what happens, like it can change as well. Whilst I'm moving about, sometimes I do accidentally drop them by accident, obviously by accident. But anyway, it will depend on how it looks throughout the installation sculpture. So obviously I could think, oh maybe this is not the one for me, and then recreate one with the same stick, and it's just changed the kind of perspective of it. But yeah, so those are the three. Obviously they all worked differently. This one's intentionally meant to be a square, a full square. Obviously it's not, it's more of a rectangle square, if that makes any sense. This one, when I pulled it out, it just cracked and just didn't want to come out, but like I said, I'll literally just bash along here to get a little bit of piece of wood out, like I've done that with this one. It was literally completely under, and I just literally bashed the top of it off because it was very, very thin anyway, and I could just remove the rest of it. So yeah, pretty cool, isn't it? So guys, thank you so much for watching. The next video will entail just me filming the whole sculpture installation. I won't be talking through it. It's very much a look at this work and just watch and observe, because I feel like I've talked too much in these videos. I will do a full review video in the next few days explaining all this and what's the best and worst things I've done, and maybe explain the artwork a bit more just in case someone doesn't get it completely. And plus it's very good for my mind to speak out loud my ideas and my conclusion of this. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. If you are already subscribed, don't forget to like this video, and I shall see all of you for my next video. Bye guys!